Good morning.
Good afternoon.
Oh no, it wasn't good.
Oh.
Good afternoon, guys. Welcome back to Finish Right Justice for All. Jeez. It has been you might as well just close it. Natural lighting in this just don't fully agree. I guess that's fine. But me and Jay have had a exhausting morning. Had to do a lot of lifting and moving things around. So I'm kind of tired, but regardless of that fidgety fact, we're gonna go ahead and finish this up. It's about time. We need to go ahead and finish this trial. Okay? If you remember last time, we really whittled down Adrian Andrews. Really got her talking. You know what I'm saying? Really got the jury thinking, maybe Flash Gordon is a good guy. Maybe he didn't actually kill that dude. But in all this time that we were doing this, I was thinking, oh my gosh, we're getting to the end of this. It's almost at the end.
Nope.
No. We were not at the end. Not at the end at all. Turns out, I guess you could say, forgot that a whole bunch of key pieces of evidence, 1, 2, have not been used yet.
Nope.
At all. In the trial. And we have to open that whole can of worms to really get everything going. And Edgeworth, I guess, is not satisfied with just going ahead and making sure we can move on. He wants to get into it, so I guess that's what we're doing here today. The prosecution feels that it would be premature to pass down a verdict at this time. What? The reason is quite simple. The witness has yet to speak the absolute real truth. I mean, so we could just sit here for years just waiting for her to tell the truth and she never does. The absolute real truth? What are you? Witness, don't you understand yet?
Huh?
I don't know who planted this silly idea in your head, but as long as you protect yourself through your silence, Matt Ungard will go free. And in his place, you will become the guilty party.
That's a lie. I don't believe you.
What?
I was told if I spoke, then it would be all over, and Matt would never be declared guilty. What?
What in the world is she talking about? Has she lost it?
I can't speak about it. I'm too scared. It's Franziska von Karma.
Huh?
Don't you remember, Phoenix? Miss Andrews lives by gripping tightly onto the words of another, because she doesn't have the strength to believe in herself.
Then, right now, Miss Andrews is...
Yesterday, she was tossed a lifesaver by Miss von Karma. Don't say a word, no matter what happens. If you do, Matt Ungard will be acquitted. Miss Andrews undyingly believes in those words right now, and is clinging on to them.
Then, what should we do? This is the first time I've ever come across anything like this. But Miss Andrews has to be the killer, right? All we have to do now is get our not guilty, and that is my only priority.
It wasn't me! I'm begging you. Please believe me. I didn't kill Juan. Help. Please. Someone. Help me.
Mr. Wright. Yes, Your Honor. The court can't continue like this. Therefore, I'd like to hear what you intend to do. What I intend to do? What am I supposed to do? What am I supposed to say? Right? I suggest you think very carefully about this. Think about what this witness did and what she did not do. And think about who is the real mastermind behind this crime. Who's the real mastermind? Isn't that obvious?
Ridiculous.
There's no one else it could be except the woman crying over there, right?
I don't think so.
Come on now. What will you do? What kind of man are you, Phoenix Wright?
Force her to testify. I feel like...
Still gonna save regardless.
Ow, ow, ow.
My bro took all them charges. I'm sorry, y'all.
Like, what's going on?
I have to win a complete acquittal today. There's no way around that. But I can't bring myself to do it like this. Not when she's making a face like that. I didn't think this is what we were doing. I didn't think that was why he was gonna do it. Okay, whatever. Miss Andrews, I would like to know what you are really hiding. Mr. Wright, are you sure you know what you're doing?
Hell no.
Sure, Mr. Ungard would get an acquittal, but in his place, you would be found guilty. Is this really how you want this trial to end?
Be quiet. How dare you? You're trying to trick me.
We tried to help. That's enough. I commend you for trying, Mr. Edgeworth. However, it's clear that the defense theory is the truth.
You're wrong.
What a shame. I had hoped things wouldn't come to this. However, what is it, Mr. Edgeworth? Miss Andrews, since you absolutely refuse to testify, it falls on my shoulders to disclose this to the court.
Stop.
Alright, you dragging it. You dragging it, bro. Mr. Edgeworth! This witness, how should I put this? She has an illness.
Oh my goodness! Look, we didn't do it. We ain't say nothing, shorty. We ain't say nothing. We ain't doing it. It's him.
Yeah.
We said nothing to him. What?
And because of this illness, she has tried to commit suicide in the past.
Y'all was really outing her.
Good, Jack. You're wildin'.
Stop. Please stop.
No matter how much you want to hide it, it's no use. I have the evidence right here. That's the second part of the suicide report. The attempted suicide report. What will you do now, witness? You know what I'm about to do, don't you?
Oh my.
I will now reveal to the court the true nature of the pitiful woman known as Adrian Andrews. The secret of her dependent nature. Having other people know about it scares her more than anything else in the world.
Please stop. I beg you. If people find out.
Maybe we did make the wrong choice. If we had went ahead and got the guilty verdict, she goes to jail, okay, but this doesn't happen. But this is still not our fault.
No, it's not. I feel like it would have happened regardless of what we would have chosen.
Yeah, I'm about to say, Edgeworth seemed like he was just gonna do this, so.
If people find out, I'll kill you too!
If you're gonna say you would choose death, that's no concern to me. Edgeworth, how can you be so cold? However, before you die, I'll pull the truth from your still breathing lips. Then go ahead and kill yourself. Just do it. What is wrong with this guy? No matter what I have to do. So, will you tell the court yourself, or shall I? Either is fine with me.
I'll talk. But please, help me.
Oh, man.
Nothing matters anymore.
My
crime?
Hmm.
When I first saw him, I really thought he had fainted. Honest. When I realized he was dead, That was when I formulated my plan. This is a full-blown confession!
This is crazy. I really am starting to think, with all the talk of suicide in this, whatchamacallit, in this trial. Trigger warning, by the way.
Yeah.
We should have been said that. But I'm sorry. I feel like there's a really good chance that Juan Carita killed himself. And the stabbing was done out of anger. Cause like the tie up, bro, like all of that, bro, it's like I feel like he may have choked himself out, and then when she came in, saw that he was dead, looked around, found the note, got angry, stabby on the body, just out of pure rage. But I don't know. I guess we'll see. I could be wrong.
Once I made sure there was no one else in the hallway, I made a dash back to Matt's room. Babe?
I'm sorry.
And then I stabbed Juan's dead body with the knife and ripped off the button. Just when I finished and was returning to Matt's room, I had a bit of an inconvenience. And that's why I ended up using the nickel samurai costume. Old bag was the inconvenience.
Stab the body with a knife? But why would you do that?
Isn't it obvious? To pin the blame on a certain person. A certain cowardly man.
What do you mean by all of this?
It might take this court a little while to understand, but this is the truth.
The real killer is Matt! That scumbag of a man! I'll never forgive him! He's trying to escape his guilt again, just like last time!
Last time? So, Miss Andrews stabbed the victim Juan Carita in the chest with the knife. However, she didn't do it with murder in mind. Yellow tape around his body. She did it with the intent of framing Matt Ungard for the murder. And this is her crime. I'm saying, what? How is this possible? I mean, wasn't Miss Andrews supposed to be the real murderer?
All right. Please get over your shock and commence the cross-examination.
Fantastical.
Fantabulous. Bro, when I first saw him, I really thought he had fainted, honest. But you could tell from the state the room was in that there must have been a fight. Are you telling the truth when you say that you did not know he was dead?
He had a scarf tied around his neck. But that scarf is a part of the gym and ninja's costume, so I didn't think anything about it was strange. His head was also tilted down a bit, so I couldn't see his face that well. That's why I thought I'd wake him up, and went to pour the juice.
When I realized he was dead, that was when I formulated my plan. What is that plan you had?
I knew right away the murderer was Matt. I knew because Juan, he was going to expose Matt's weak point to the world. So Matt did this to stop Juan and silence him for good. That's when I thought I should forge some evidence and pin this crime on Matt.
So the forged pieces of evidence were the knife and the button.
The first thing that came to mind was to plant the knife.
Once I made sure there was no one else in the hallway, I made a dash back to Matt's room. That was so you can get the knife, correct?
The knife Matt used at dinner had his fingerprints all over it. I thought if I used that, then the police would certainly turn their eyes towards him. Matt was napping with his costume on at the time. I slipped in, took the knife, and returned to the scene of the crime. And then I stabbed him!
Oh wait, I didn't press. So you were the one that stabbed the victim with that knife?
It gives me goosebumps to think about it now. What a horrible thing I did. But at the time, I couldn't control my own body. It moved on its own. Then, when I stabbed Juan's dead body, I suddenly realized something. If I use the button somehow, I can make Matt look even more suspect.
So you thought to rip off one of the buttons and then plant it in Mr. Ungard's Hakama?
Yes, that's what I had planned to do. But things never go that smoothly, do they? Just when I finished and was returning to Matt's room, I had a bit of an inconvenience.
An inconvenience?
There was a woman with a camera at the ready, loitering in the hallway. Oh, it was Lana!
I'm willing to bet my spikes it was Lotta.
Bert really got spikes on his head.
There was also a woman with a ray gun at the ready, pacing back and forth.
That was all bad. Okay, so I was half right.
Yeah. That's Miss Oldbag for you.
I had already been caught and made into a big scoop for a certain weekly tabloid once. So I couldn't very well go out looking like myself and get caught again. And that's why I ended up using the nickel samurai costume.
You were the one who prepared that costume, weren't you?
Yes, I took it from Global Studios. I also put in Juan's guitar the day before the award ceremony.
You did this in preparation for the press conference, correct?
Yes, Juan wanted to wear that costume and hold a press conference in it. He was going to disclose Matt's big secret there.
And what is this secret?
That, I don't know. Anyway, I thought that if I were to leave Juan's room in the Nickel Samurai costume, then people would think that Matt was the real murderer. I was very careful not to leave any fingerprints when I opened the guitar case. I absolutely did not want anyone to know about the costume.
I think we've heard enough. So, after that, you went back to Mr. Ungard's room and you planted the button.
Into Matt's Hakama? Yes. After that, I folded up the costume I was wearing and put it into a bag. Then I snuck it out of the hotel and got rid of it.
My word. What does all this mean?
Premeditated!
Mr. Edgeworth, is it? The real criminal is Matt Ungard. Yesterday, that woman prosecutor sat me down before a talk.
Francisca, huh?
She said that I should, under no circumstances, confess what I had done. That if I just kept quiet, then Matt would be found guilty for sure. I had no choice but to believe in her words.
Alright, shorty.
It's time we lock Francisca up.
Can we?
It's time we lock Francisca up, bro. Like, Edgeworth was bad. She's a straight criminal, bro. Like, take her license. I need her gone.
Immediately.
What this witness has done is clearly unlawful. However, as long as her testimony stands, we can be certain she is not the real killer.
Bro, off himself.
Wait, Your Honor. The defense still... Right?
What?
It's pointless. At this point in time, it is not possible to indict Miss Andrews on anything.
Why not?
Yes, exactly. There isn't a single piece of evidence that points to her as the murderer.
Really?
The cross-examination of the witness is over, and so is today's trial. You couldn't establish that the witness was the culprit. Please let it go, Mr. Wright.
No!
But...
Mr. Edgeworth, please place Miss Andrews under arrest for the further questioning.
Understood, Your Honor. The prosecution will arrange her detention immediately.
That is all. Court is adjourned. Are you serious?
What? So did we do it or not?
It looks like we didn't do it.
Please, bro. No, just keep it going. Keep it going.
Yeah, about to say, wherever the save is, we're just gonna have to
Save from there.
Yeah.
Work from there.
I didn't win an acquittal. Witness, would you mind if I asked you something? Edgeworth?
What is it?
Before you leave court today, I wondered if I might look at one thing. The card in your hand, it has my interest for quite some time now. What exactly is it?
Oh, this? Mr. Wright also asked about this. Although I didn't remember at the time you asked me about it, Mr. Wright. I remember just now. I found this in a room on that day.
The room? That day?
Yes. I found this card when I discovered Juan's body. It was lying there, right next to him.
You found that card next to the victim's body?
I suppose I must have unconsciously slipped it into my pocket. But it's not as if this card has any relevance to Juan's murder, right?
Yes, it does.
Yeah, I guess not, but it's still a strange card if you ask me. But as far as a clue to this case, I don't see why. Witness, that card, give it to me, hurry! Edgeworth? Do you have any idea what you stupidly yet inadvertently done? This. I can't believe you hid this from me all this time!
I didn't mean to. What is all this about?
I've never seen Edgeworth so emotional before.
What is it?
That card, what in the world is it, and what does it mean?
We gonna find out. We gonna find out.
And as far as I'm aware, Maya did escape with one of the cards.
Mm-hmm.
So we will save our progress in the second slot for right now. Because I don't know if that could have ended up different. But, you know,
Twilight?
I was going to say, could you get me something?
What do you want?
What do we have that you can make fast?
Oh, there's like, I don't know if it's for Al or not, but there's another one like this. But it's like smaller.
That's fine. It probably is for him. Can,
It's okay in the back. He's not going to eat it. He probably doesn't even know it's there.
Oh, yeah, that's always how it is. Will sandwiches be too much?
Yes, because that wouldn't be quick.
Yeah. We have more spaghetti.
Yes.
Can you give me some spaghetti?
That also wouldn't really be quick. Because of the process. And
What
also
would be quick?
getting you like a snack,
We have snacks in this house?
I think.
Sorry, guys. Sorry. Hey, I'm sorry. Hola, hola, hola. Alright, dudes. So here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna end this episode right here. and mark that as the end of the trial. And we're gonna go ahead and do this lovely thing, maybe a different time. Maybe not. Maybe today. Maybe another day. Who knows? But regardless, love you, bros. Stay blessed, stay safe, stay positive. And we'll see all of you beautiful people in the next stream, bros.